Hi everyone, welcome back to WHU TV. My name is John, your host as always, and I hope you're all doing well as I always do. This is the preview of West Ham's third away trip of the 21-22 Premier League season, where we go to Elland Road to take on Leeds United live on Saturday afternoon at 3 o'clock in the Premier League. As always, this video is sponsored by the channel sponsor 3retro.com. Please click the link in the description below that will take you directly through to the West Ham section of their website, where you can purchase some really nice retro gear, guys, as you can see from the icon that's up here, along with Admiral and Umbro, Clout and Blue track jackets, polo shirts, sweatshirts and t-shirts, so go check those out. Any purchases made through the link in the description below, the commission that the channel would normally be getting, I'll be sending directly on to Iron Supporting Food Banks, the charity within the Newham area. They're helping those in the Newham area that are reliant on food banks. So you'll be saving between 5 and 15 quid depending on what you're purchasing in comparison to the club shop. So go grab yourself a really nice retro shirt, guys. You'll be saving yourself a few quid. And you'll also be going on to help those in the Newham area that are less fortunate than you and I. As always, we'll be live at 10 to 3 for the watch along, so if you haven't already done so, please do hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when this broadcast will start. And of course, any more pre-recorded content going up as well. Now, the referee for this game is Kevin Friend. His assistants are Adrian Holmes and Derek Eaton. The fourth official is Tony Harrington. On VAR, we have Andre Mariner, and his assistant is Ian Hussein. Apologies, guys. Wait, just have a quick glass of drink. So I've got a really, really dry throat for today for some random reason. Yeah, so we've got the dreaded Andre Mariner on VAR, so I hope he's going to do us a little bit more favours, well, be a little bit more balanced, shall we say, than Derek England was for the Man United game, along with Martin Atkinson. We all know about that. Go and check out my final thoughts video on that. Now, I'd normally talk about the last 6 away games we've had up at Elland Road, but bar last season where we beat them 2-1, we haven't played them for 8 years prior, and the last Premier League game away was back in February 2003, which we'd lost 1-0. So there isn't enough time close enough to be relevant. At the end of the day, guys, as we all know, you know, the squads are totally different, the managers are totally different. It's not really a fair comparison to do that. Leeds finished 9th last season with 59 points and a +8 goal difference, which is unbelievable for a first season back in the Premier League after the 13-14 year absence. 5 games into the new season, they're on 3 points with 3 draws and 2 losses and are yet to pick up a win. Here comes West Ham on the away trip on the back of a loss. So, God, I hope that's not going to be the usual jinx that it normally is. I don't think so, but you never know, guys. Last season, they won 8 games at home, drew 5 and lost 6, picking up an average of 1.53 points per game. They also averaged 1.47 goals per game, conceded 1.11 goals per game. The average match score was 2.58 goals. 32% of their home games they kept clean sheets for, meaning basically just over 6. This is 6.08, which is basically just 6 games from all clean sheets in all 19 home games, and also failed to score exactly the same amount of home games too. Bit strange that. 14.89 shots taken per goal last season were at home. 58% possession per game on average. 10% conversion rate of all chances last season at home. 11.32 fouls committed per game. 10.95 fouls conceded per game, so basically close to pretty much 11 fouls per game, and won 4 penalties at home in all games and conceded just 2. Now, last season, their highest goal scorer was, again, no surprise, former Chelsea junior Patrick Bamford with 17 goals and 7 assists. And the second highest player for the last season was Stuart Dallas with 8 goals and 2 assists. Both players played every single game, both home and away, last season. That's quite a big feat. Their top assister was Rafinha with 9 assists and 6 goals. Now, the players to look out for, other than the ones that I've already mentioned, is Calvin Phillips, as he was very, very prone to be booked last season. He picked up quite a fair few. Harrison is very strong down their left wing, and their right back, Luke Ayling, is also a handful, but we will talk about them a little bit more in just a few moments. Leeds' playing style is pretty much taking on long shots, playing possession football, right wing attacks. So once again, our left wing has to be very coordinated. They also like to play with width. They do play with aggression, and they love to play in their own half, but they are very weak at finishing, defending against wing attacks, and are very weak against defending against through ball attacks, aerial duels, and also defending counter attacks. So again, as I said, you know, our wingers, both sides, have to be absolutely on it. You know, we were pretty much on it for the majority of the Man United games. I can't think of any time where Bowen and Ben Rama and Fornals, etc., weren't really on it for the last 15, 20 games. It's unbelievable. Last time out, they drew 1-1 at St James's Park after taking the lead from Rafinha 13 minutes in. So, as I said, they have yet to win a game so far this season. PremierInjuries.com shows long-term injuries to Koch with a groin, hip, pelvic injuries, not very clear. Llorente with a muscle injury. Harrison is isolating due to COVID. Bamford is 75% chance of returning for this fixture due to ankle and foot injuries. So we can pretty much reckon that he's going to be back for this game. Rafinha is also recovering from a groin, hip, pelvic injury, and Adam Forshaw is 50% chance of returning from a recovery from a previous muscle injury. And as we know, Strujic, I think you pronounce it, is serving the second of his 3-match ban from being sent off due to that tackle in the Liverpool home game a couple of weeks ago, well, at least a couple of games ago. So from Leeds' point of view, pretty much they're going to have a lot of very strong attack-minded players there with us. You know, Patrick Bamford is might not start, but he probably will be in the squad. As I said, you know, we're going to have to really knuckle down. Our wingers are going to have to be absolutely on it. I'm sure our defence will be perfectly fine. Of course, it'd be nice to have a bit more consistent play than we did in the Man United game, but that's because of Man United's quality. But guys, over the last 4 weeks, there has been an increase of views to 7,400. It's literally doubled in the space of a couple of weeks. Thank you. Most of that was probably because of the Europa League watch along, and just over 53% of those views that we've received over the last 4 weeks are unsubscribed. That's 3,800 odd of you. So please do hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. You know, you'll smash us into the 2,000 mark. You smash us over the 3,000 mark, to be fair, if you guys are subscribing. Now, turning to West Ham, despite our 2-1 loss at home to Man United on Sunday, I am still very upbeat, and will this be the comeback we need to continue our great form? Despite missing Antonio, who was a big gap in that game, he should be back for this game after serving his 1-match ban from the 2 yellows he picked up against Southampton. We'll have to wait and see. Reid is still listed as our only injury absence, and Moyes even has pretty much a full squad to choose from. So there isn't really much more we can really talk about other than the starting 11. So as I said in the final thoughts video for the Man United game, I'm very disappointed with how Fabianski was playing. I get it. Other people have been saying, you know, it's a slippery surface, but he made a few mistakes. He really did. And as I say, one of the mistakes cost us. Technically, you could say that he was at fault for both goals. You know, they say the first one was he just dropped the ball and it landed for Ronaldo. Second goal, I should say, I do think that Lingard took that wonder strike that he did do, because he could see that there was a gap. But more specifically, the fact that Fabianski was not in the right position and was going to ground just as he was about to strike it. So I'm not criticising Fabianski. I love the bloke, always have done. I've absolutely been impressed with him since we signed him under Pellegrini. But I do think it's time for a change now. I really do. I know a lot of people have been screaming it. I asked for it for the last couple of games, and this is no different. So I've made a change here. So here is my starting 11 that I hope we will see against Leeds. Areola in goal, with the back four of Soufal, Zuma, Ogbonna and Creswell. Soucek and Rice in the defensive midfield, with Bowen, Fornals, Benrahma in the attacking midfield positions, with Antonio up front. Now, it's no disrespect to Vlasic in any shape or form. I thought he played very, very well against Man United. He's still growing into the game, as I said in the full-time thoughts video. I just think you can't not drop Vlasic and bring in Antonio. It just has to happen. It really does. But guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, of course. Let me know your thoughts on Leeds. Let me know your thoughts on what formation you think we're going to do. I've got a funny feeling there's going to be a few people out there that are going to be asking for a 5 at the back. Let me know if you agree with my starting 11. If not, let me know your formation and your squad. And also, of course, guys, look after yourselves. Hopefully, by the time this goes up on YouTube, we will be live for the watch-along for the Carabao Cup. I know last season it was behind closed doors, shall we say, for the Patreons, but we've got new content going up on Patreon now, which is, you know, AJ from Kiwi Hammers is doing us a weekly content column. So I want to put all the watch-alongs back live on YouTube, and at the end of the day, guys, the Patreon's going to grow, and I'm really trying to grow it more and more. It's great to have AJ's columns, and it'd be nice to have some more Patreons to help support the channel. Thank you very much to Wally. Your undying support has been much appreciated, and likewise with Rick. You know, I know COVID's played a bit of a decision in there over the last 18 months or so, and also we've had some technical issues with Patreon as well. But Rick and Wally, thank you very much for your support. It really, really means a lot. So guys, look after yourselves. I hope to see you on Wednesday evening for the Carabao Cup live watch along with, and I will see you on Saturday afternoon as well for the live watch along for this game. So look after yourselves, enjoy your week, and I hope to see you very, very soon. All the best.